everybody. I am sitting out. I know y'all wasn't expecting me to go live, but here we are. I just finished going live on Facebook, so I'm like, while I'm at it, and I actually have some time because it seems like every time, sometimes when I plan live streams, things don't go according to plan, so I have to reschedule and all that stuff. And anyway, sometimes I just like to go live, like from my phone, and just kind of catch up and things like that. So this is what this is. I was actually on my Facebook talking to all of my followers on Facebook about, giving into people, like pouring into people, energy exchange, things like that. And listen, it was very powerful, but I want to also kind of like reiterate that on here for YouTube and all my YouTube subscribers and things like that. I want you all to know, like, everybody is not built the same. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a giver, right? I'm a giver. I'm an empath. So with that being said, it's like I always think about other people more so than myself, which isn't necessarily always a good thing, but it is a good thing as far as universal karma and like your journey on this planet and what you should be doing as far as like making a difference on this planet and following your journey, basically. A lot of us, our journey is to just be an ear. Our journey is to be helpful. Our journey is to listen to people and allow them to pour into us. Doesn't necessarily mean that you should be used though, okay? So people take that for granted sometimes. Just because you are that person, they want to take it for granted and they're like, oh, I have a sucker right here. I have a person that I can use, or I have a person that don't know no better because they're weak and they're like literally just like listening to me. Because a lot of these people, let me tell you something, a lot of these people aren't balanced and they're not tapped in. So like literally they don't have that love in their heart. You know what I mean? Like their chakras ain't balanced. Like they just completely all over the place. And this is a world where it's dog eat dog. Okay? So when you have a journey to be able to help people and to be able to be there for people, typically you tend to get what they would think they're using you. But they're not using you. You're actually doing what you're supposed to do and what your purpose is on this planet, okay? However, you have to have boundaries. And that's something that a lot of empaths don't think on is boundaries. They're like, oh, I'm just here to give. I'm just here to love. I'm here to let people pour into me. But that's not true. Just like there's a balance in the chakras, there's a balance in life, there's a balance in everything. Your emotions, your health, your emotional health, your psychological health. So you have to do things according to what makes sense for you to do them. So I was telling them, like, honestly, in the past couple months, I feel like I've had a lot of situations where I poured so much into people and they don't necessarily recognize that, and they're not going to necessarily give me the recognition that I think that I should have. And that's just a fleshly being of myself. Like, okay, well, they didn't even show appreciation. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. Like, they're not going to, let me tell you something. People, 9 times out of 10, when you're on a mission to like help people and honestly like bring balance to this planet, you're not going to get that appreciation from the people that you're pouring into. So like I was telling them, like, make sure that you continuously be who you're supposed to be and continuously pour those things into the people that you're supposed to pour it into, because that's what your heart is moving you to do, or your spirit is moving you to do. But at the end of the day, understand and understand and overstand. Ooh, these trees are just moving from this wind. Sorry. Understand and overstand that what you pour into those people, that they will pour into or sow seeds into other people. These are the people that appreciate it. You know what I mean? So forget the people that don't appreciate it. The people that do appreciate it are going to sow those seeds into other people. So really, at the end of the day, you're still sowing seeds. You know what I mean? You're still, your harvest season is going to be great because you're giving into those people that your heart, your spirit is moving you to give into, which means that you're following your purpose and your path. So don't ever allow discrepancies as far as people not showing you love or actually appreciating what you do for them and giving it back to you. Don't do things expecting it to come back to you from those people. You know what I mean? Because understand and understand and overstand, what you put out into the universe is what you get back. So what you continuously put out there about somebody else, what you continuously move on about somebody else, if it's not with good intentions or whatever, then that is going to come back to you tenfold. You can't be out here dogging other people out. You can't be out here using other people. You can't be out here trying to down talk other people. You can't be out here trying to defamate people's character. You can't be out here trying to lie and think that you're nobody, like the universe don't see this shit happening. Like, honestly, understand this. Whatever energy, for people that can't understand, whatever energy, because this ain't got shit to do with Jesus, this ain't got nothing to do with repent, this ain't got nothing to do with shit. At the end of the day, whatever you put out there, whatever your intentions are, whatever you do to other people, okay, whether in good faith or bad faith, whether to tarnish their character or to uplift them, you're going to get back tenfold. So you have to be careful how you come out here in the world. Because a lot of people be willing to sell their soul to like literally just be out here to dog other people out, or to try to get recognition, or to try to get some type of fame or some type of clout or some type of views or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, I'm all about what's right and what's wrong. And I'm all about uplifting and making things better on this planet. And people need to understand that and understand that this is the point in time in the life that we're in right now. This is the realm we're in. You can't get away no more with lying on people, defamating character, dogging people out, using people, not appreciating people, not showing love to people because they're not pouring back into you or giving to you. Like, that time is over with. Real talk, that time is over with. So if this is what you in the world to do, is sit up here and spew motherfucking poison, negativity, talk about people, backbite people, gossiping behind people back. You know, that type of character is not going to flourish in this realm. It's just not. That shit is over with. We've cleaned this shit up. The chosen ones are here to make sure that we bring shit to a balance and to make sure that we are all vibing on a higher frequency. When you all into that shit, engulfed in that shit, and that's your whole life, is to sit up here and be worried about somebody else, sit up here and be worried about what somebody else is doing, sit up here and point out somebody else's flaws, but yet you can't even fucking handle your own flaws or clean up your own flaws or make sure your bills is paid because you're too busy worried about somebody else's bills and how they doing what they doing. Then that's when you're going to be sitting up here dealing with a lot of bad karma, bad karmic behavior. You're going to have that. Period. Honestly, my channel was always almost about to get shut down from somebody else worried about my energy, worried about me flourishing, worried about my life that's doing well, worried about me on my journey and what I'm supposed to be doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing and why everybody love me or why people love me so much or gravitate to me when they should have been worried about what they're supposed to do on this planet. If they were so worried about that, then they would understand that that's why you are able to prosper, because you are doing what you're supposed to do on this planet and not worried about the next person. If you're too worried about the next person, you definitely not knowing or tapping in to what you're supposed to do on this planet. Everybody has a purpose on this planet to do greatness, to contribute. Contributing ain't watching somebody else, dogging them out, defamating their character, downing them, and everything like that. That's not contributing. Now, if somebody is out here spewing poison into the world, yes, you should out that and you should say why it's poisonous. Other than that, if this person is out here doing nothing but good and trying to bring everybody together, you support them. If you don't like them and you don't want to support them, move on and do what you need to do. That's going to be positive. That's going to be putting good energy out here. Like, we passed that shit. That shit blows me. Like, if you're going to be sitting up here talking about anybody, make sure you have some claims behind it. Make sure that, you know, you have a reason that you're going that way. Make sure it's pointing to cleaning up some shit on this planet. Not on no whole, like, bullshit. Because everything I do, my purpose is to help it to where this planet is clean or cleaned up from the bullshit, so our children don't gotta keep seeing this bullshit that keep on getting to get past, because people are bypassing what they shouldn't even be able to have to experience. Bottom line. Bottom line. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Clean up. Clean it up. So with that being said, I just came on here to drop on and say, like, as long as you're doing what you need to do, you don't have to worry about nothing else at all. Everything that's meant for you, you're going to have. What you pour out there into the universe is going to come back to you tenfold. So if you out there pouring some bullshit, it's going to come back to you tenfold. If you out there gossiping, it's going to come back to you tenfold. You out there sitting up there dogging somebody out, it's going to come back to you tenfold. You out there not feeding the homeless and talking shit about the homeless, guess what? It's going to come back to you tenfold. You might be out there just as homeless or more homeless, and the person you was talking about, or the homeless person you was talking about, probably going to switch lives with you and have a great life while you out here being dogged out as a homeless person. I'm just saying, you got to watch what comes out your mouth. You got to watch what your life is, like, consumed with. What you think about. What you put out your mouth. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. The reason why I'm so carefree in my life, because I actually do things with good intentions. I actually think about my movements before I make movements. I actually think about what I'm doing. Like, I honestly had did some shit where I, like, teamed up sometimes with somebody, and I was just like, hold up, this don't feel good in my spirit. This don't feel right. Like, I'm not a hater. I'm a congratulator. I honestly want to continuously put nothing but good out there. I always want to highlight the good out there. Now, I do want to put out there what people should watch out for. But as far as, like, just out there trying to dog somebody, talk about somebody, no, that's not me. But if it happens that I have to warn people to watch out for certain things because this person could be harmful, yeah, I'm going to do that. But for the most part, very positive, always driven to be positive. I always allow spirit to move me. So whatever it is, I'm definitely doing it in good faith of what needs to happen. So I just wanted to spread that. Like, I haven't been able to do the live streams like I wanted to. There's a couple live streams I wanted to do that I wasn't able to do because I'm so spread thin. Like, I have so many things going on. So with that being said, I can't just, like, be live all the time. I can't do this all the time. I can't be on TikTok all the time. I can't be on social media all the time because this isn't my life. It is what I can contribute to, but it's not my life. So with that being said, look forward to my next live stream. I'm definitely going to have one on Fridays. I like to do them on Fridays because it's so much easier for me. Fridays or Saturdays. But it seems like a lot of times people aren't able to join live streams on Fridays or Saturdays unless you're, like, talking about a bunch of drama. And that's not what my channel is about. We talk about things that uplift our community. We talk about things that uplift our sisterhood. We talk about things that uplift our brothers and our guys, and that's just what it is. So, like, with that being said, because I don't have a lot of, like, negative and drama and stuff, people don't take the time out to watch me for, say, on my live streams. But eventually, hopefully, you know, this planet and the dynamic on this planet changes to where people will want to pour positivity and will want to talk more about positivity and things like that. Like I said, the only times that I've been doing live streams and exposing people that are out here trying to literally send people over a cliff of negativity, that's the only time I do that. Other than that, if I'm not moved to do that, if the spirit ain't told me to talk about it or whatever, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to continuously talk about how we can go forward and grow together, be balanced, and like really be uplifting. Okay, so that's what it is. I'm going to get off of here. Peace and love to everybody. I know it wasn't scheduled. The next live stream will be scheduled.